Durag Wisdom here, and today's Earth date Y2K 17.06.06, the D-Day, 6th of June. You can't even imagine what kind of combat those men experienced when they hit those beaches, but certainly the birther creep that has infested our awful Oval Office certainly never did. And I think it's outrageous that he should be allowed to send young people into harm's way to protect his freaking hotels, protect his investments. All right, today, folks, this is a general information post for you because there's certain things I want to, give you information on, and I did prepare notes, so just in case. Usually I like to talk off the cuff, but sometimes, when it's appropriate, I do have to have that. Now, the first information I want to give you is posting. I tend to post a lot, and I think probably I should post less. Not only does it help keep me out of your face, I don't want you to have overload, but it gives you an opportunity to, if you decide to post on the message board, you don't have all this other stuff coming afterwards that you want to deal with too. What I would suggest is post on those pages, those message boards that you're the most interested in. I mean, if I do a broadcast that's boring or off or really off, or if I had maybe I smoke too much weed or something, by all means, I don't expect people to waste their time on those message boards. You should get quality over quantity. So just post on those boards that you feel are the most relevant, and I want to try to visit these boards as much as I can, because that's very important. I don't want any of you folks to think you're being ignored. But on days that I don't post on those pages, or if I don't have a broadcast, I could be occupied in other projects that I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to publish a script. I'm also going to be working on these letters I want to send to various world leaders before the birther day. And sometimes I just feel that give you folks a break from hearing me going on and on about this creep. Now, focus. I want you folks to know that these glasses, they're bifocals. I mean, again, this eye is basically blind. Now, I can see out of it, but not detailed vision. It's amazing, clear. Since I got my the cataract surgery, it's amazing that I can see so clear. It's clear. Everything is in focus, but it's no detail. I mean, I see a clear image. I mean, there's like a picture on a wall, and it looks in focus, but I can't read the words. I can't even see, I make out Charlie Chaplin's little mustache. That's my phone, by the way. And if I have a problem focusing, sometimes it's like I have to look through the bifocal, look through this. And the last thing I want you folks to have is irritation. I do the best I can with that, and I have an easier time when I'm able to look right into a viewfinder. But please bear with me. I don't expect any censorship. When I say there's no censorship, I mean you respond to other folks who visit the page any way you want. I'm not going to tell you how to respond to people. I mean, I'm careful how I respond because, like I'm running this thing, so I have to be as careful as I can. I don't want to be, sometimes I can be really nasty, believe me, but I want to try to curtail that as much as possible, so, give the people a chance. If people want to respond, you want to respond, using hate speech, that's free speech. So just respond as you will, any way you want. And of course, that includes me too. I don't believe in censorship, as I say. I believe in free speech. This country is now under attack. And I wanted to make sure that I follow after. Now, again, I want to work on these other projects at times. So if I don't post, or if you don't see my ugly face that particular day, that's probably what's going on. Now, we must stay focused. We must keep our eye on the ball. These are like cliches. We have to keep from being distracted, because the press, again, I said yesterday, the press created this creep, and now they're against the creep, but they're also kind of playing around with us too, telling us who we should, how we should think or feel about a particular thing. Most of anything that this news is coming out with, unless it's dealing with this creep who's plaguing our lives, it's a distraction. I don't give a crap about any other stupid news that the Daily Screws or other tabloids come up with, or whatever the pundits say, or whatever it is. We have to keep focused on the issue at hand, recognizing that we're at war, that our country is under attack now. It's infested. We have traitors infesting our government. We have to remember, he never showed his taxes. This creep Trump never showed his taxes. He has not severed his business ties. He violates the emoluments clause of the Constitution. I refuse to define deviancy down. The reason this creep is, people are wondering why is he making all these statements in public that could incriminate him. I don't think this creep thinks he's gonna be incriminated. Just like he got away with all this other shit he was doing during his campaign, the pussy grabbing, insulting special needs people, calling Mexicans rapists and robbers, all kinds of crap. So, I'm not going to define deviancy down. I'm not going to normalize this bastard. And I believe that any response to him has to be in kind. If he's allowed to violate every single possible form of decorum or courtesy, we do too. So, again, we have to understand that what we have in our government is a traitor, is our enemy, is a fiend, has been put in there by the Russians. Somehow they influence public opinion. We have a mob mentality here sometimes, and we have to understand this. This creep is making more war. Okay, he's expanding our war. He's going to send more innocent kids into combat, and they'll be destroyed, murdered. He's put in a swamp into his cabinet. So don't get distracted by anything else but anything about him. Because remember, James Comey's going to be coming this Thursday. Oh, wow. The week of D-Day. How significant is that? And I just want to add that the Democratic Party is still in need of repair. It has not learned its lesson. And I believe that it's going to, I hate to say it, but it could help us lose the presidential election in 2020. We have to purge the Democratic Party of corporatists. You have to remember, too, that Trump is dangerously out of his mind. All right, so I hope I gave you the information you need to understand. There was something else I wanted to say here, but I hastily wrote it and I don't want to. Okay, so just keep just remember, just don't get distracted. We have to get this creep out of office. We have to get him out. We have to get him impeached somehow. You have to understand, no matter what we do, there's going to be a Republican that's going to replace him. So once he's gone, the fight continues because we still have these right-wing creeps in there. I honestly don't think we're going to get Pence, the Christian extremist. We're going to end up with Eddie Munster, Paul Ryan, who's a real, talk about creeps. But we keep our, my broadcast will continue. We're going to keep fighting. And yes, this is a picture of Barack Obama. It's one of my old Barack Obama shirts that I like to wear around. And I hope that this information was helpful.